Hey, Fellowship family, it's Smokey. This one's a little more behind the scenes-y and not in my chair, which is right there. I film everything in this tiny room, and each corner has a different set. But I've been busy working on a ton of things, doing a ton of things with church, trying to make up classes for Krav Maga, which is the martial art I do. But that's beside the point. So, what you guys are here for is the behind the song for Holier Than Thou. Now, this is a fun one for me, kind of, because this was one of those, like, I'm pissed off and want to talk about something. And I wrote this when I was about to say the age, I don't even remember how old I was. It was in a blur. It was during the pandemic I wrote it. And I wrote it because, well, during the pandemic, people were in need. And while people were in need, places like, say for example, my church, we were handing out meals. And in the course of a year, we handed out like 21,000 meals to people in need. I helped out with this. I helped guide cars in. I was literally the guy I would hop in front of cars old people were driving and guide them in so that, and the fun game was I would have to get into the road because if I stayed on the sidewalk, they would drift towards me and they would pop the curb and potentially break their car. Oh, it was a great time. I had actually a lot of fun, no matter how much I cracked jokes about that. It was a great time. But I'm derailing again. So, this ministry that I helped with gave me a perspective of the people in need and all these different things. And there was, at one point, a certain politician, I'm not going to give hints, I'm not going to give a name, because I'm trying to stay apolitical with it. But if you do enough digging, you'll figure out who it is probably. That on, I think it was some like evening talk show, they were bragging about their freezer full of rich people gourmet ice creams. And I could be wrong, but it pretty much was like back to back of like talking about bread lines to then cracking jokes bragging about gourmet ice cream packing their freezer. And it was just so not in touch and insulting. So I wrote a song that started from there and just became a who would you help? As you're walking down the street, would you ignore the guy on the sidewalk? Would you help them? Stuff like that. I have lyrics like that in there about it. And it started off being me mad at a politician and then just became a more general cultural help the people, who would you help out? Ignore the people screaming, because usually the loudest voices are going to try and tell you to bend to their whim and tell you how to live, but are also super hypocritical. And I have a few songs like that, most of which have not come out yet. This is like the first one to come out. So with the later ones, you can see how I have gotten better at writing songs like that, or at least slowly, in my opinion, I've gotten better with them. And yeah, short and sweet. It's been a busy week, or busy few weeks, and I'm just trying to get this out for you guys, just so you get the behind the song. And yeah, Smokey out. Stay tuned for more videos.